Hello, everybody. Hi. I will give it a second to pop up in everybody's algorithm or in their Facebook feed, and then we'll get started. And while I'm doing that, I'm loading it on my page over here so I can see the comments as they come up. All right. Waiting for it to show that it's live. All right. Hi, everybody. I am Brenda Sellers, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Hope that you had a great holiday. I'm trying to adjust the camera a little bit better. Sorry for all the wiggling around. All right. Hope that you had a great holiday. Hope that your Monday got off to a good start. If you're on vacation, hope you enjoyed your vacation day today. I have a little bit of a schedule adjustment announcement. Apparently, my bad, I can't read a calendar very well, and I have it adjusted. So obviously today is December the 27th, SIPs. So, okay, now it's showing me that everybody, telling everybody Brenda's live in her Facebook. Hi. So again, Brenda Sellers, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So, so tomorrow night is Kits and Sips. If you've got your Stampin' Up! Paper Pumpkin kit, we can work on those tomorrow, or any other kit that you might happen to be working on. We'll work on that. I do have to get November's alternative projects out to everybody. I had surgery in November, septum surgery, so that has put me a little bit behind. Sorry about that. I will get that and the alternatives for December's Paper Pumpkin kit out hopefully by the end of the week. So that should be good to go. And then the next thing is, of course, next Monday is our Facebook Live again. But then Saturday, January the 8th, is a jam-packed day. And that's where I messed up. So we will have our brunch and kits at Panera Bread on January the 8th at 10 a.m. That's still good. We are going to do that at 10. And then at 3 o'clock at Woodlawn Christian Church is our annual yard sale and celebration kickoff. So if you have gotten, or you, most of my customers will be receiving a Christmas card. It will have a little insert in there, and it's highlighted in blue. So there you go. I fixed that, and so there's 2 events that day. You can join me for one or both. That would be great. I would love to see you at both of those. And I really appreciate everyone for being my customers this year. I sincerely appreciate every one of you for taking your time to spend a few minutes with me on Monday evenings, for placing orders with me online, for just saying hi, giving me a thumbs up, telling me that you're there, everything that you do. So there is the update. So January the 8th at 10 o'clock at Panera Bread is Kits and Sips. So we can have lunch, fill our breakfast, lunch, whatever we need to do to fill our bellies, and work on our paper pumpkin kits or any other kit that you might have. And then also, I will leave there and go set up for our annual yard sale and our celebration kickoff. But I'll also be encouraging you to look at your new mini catalog and your celebration catalog, and then come and look at our annual yard sale and see the projects and the new stamp sets and things that Brandy and I will have set up and on display in order to show you the new stuff that's going on. So that is going on January the 8th. So that should be fun. And then we will continue January as normal, as planned. And there we have it. All right, so now I am going to flip the camera down and we will work on our project. Tonight I'm going to show you a card from the annual catalog. I'm using Nothing's Better Than coffee, cocktails, cookies, chocolate. Can't be anything better than chocolate, right? Of course, I guess it depends on your taste, what you like. So, and then there's all these other little bitty things inside that you can make. This is in the annual catalog. And let me flip the camera down and we'll get started on our little project. So hold on a second. A good view of the mouse and the desk space there. And again, I'm using the same grid paper. All right, I will grab my catalog to tell you what page that is on. Nothing's Better Than, let's see. Page 87. And it also has dies to coordinate, so we'll be using some of those dies. And the dies are on page 164. This was created by $1 million sales achiever, Connie Stewart. So if you want to, you can find her also on YouTube. She does some cute little cards and projects. So 164 for the dies. And there you can see the dies. Love You More Than, coffee, cookies, chocolate, cocktails, and then the cookies, the cocktail, the chocolate, and the coffee cup. All right, so let's get started. Hi, whoever joined me. I see your little button there, but I don't see who it is. Thank you for joining. Let me grab the cardstock. I've got it laying right here ready. We are using Blackberry Bliss. I've got it cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And on the front, we are doing a little bit of a design that is, let me shrink this page. Using some ombre, or hang on, let me get the correct name. Rainbow Glimmer paper. It is still in the catalog. And we are going to put that down right there. And I'm using my silicone mat because sometimes that helps me get my seal going very well. And this has Blackberry Bliss in it, so that's why I chose this color of cardstock. And then I'm just going to put this piece right here. It's going to overlay that a little bit, and that's okay. And that will be our front. And I'm going to make sure it's got the same amount around all the edges so that we've got our nice little border going. So there's our front. Not finished. Lay that to the side, and I've got some pieces to stamp on. Let's stamp our words first in Early Espresso. So today's plan is to consume, and let's stamp it kind of in the center, and I'm using Early Espresso because it's a dark chocolate. And then we're going to use a frame from, let me make sure it's still in the current catalog. I think it is, but I want to verify. And I never can find it very fast. I'm so sorry. I think it's, I'm looking for Stitch So Sweetly. Tasteful Lamp. Yep, Stitch So Sweetly is still in there. It's on page 166. That's the frame that we're going to use. But I'm going to go ahead and stamp some of the other things that we need to also run through the die cut machine first. So we're going to start with our chocolate, because that's what I'm going to cut out, because today we're going to consume some chocolate. And I'm going to start with Soft Suede, because this will be a two-step stamp. So let's stamp 3 of these. Ooh, let's stamp off. Turn that over. That's better. 2. Oh, got to stamp it before we can stamp off, right? There we go. And then its design to give it its little drizzle look. I'm using the Early Espresso, and then we can line that up as best you can. That's what I love about the polymer stamps. You can see right through. Cute. There we go. And one more time. There we go again. And if that's not enough, we'll do some more. But for right now, let's get that going. So grab the mini stamp and cut and die. That's a mouthful. Our mini die cutting machine. The little platforms. And we're going to cut out that with the second to smallest frame. Oh, that's not in the, there we go. Slide that over so that that will be level. Hey, Brandy. I'm playing with a new stamp set. I hadn't gotten it. It's in the annual catalog. It's called Nothing Better Than, and I'm using Better Than Chocolate. And then also with the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And this one was inspired by, the stamp set is Connie Stewart's $1 Million one. Right, and that will fit through there as well. Let me grab those dies. Cut out that one first. Lay it down here on the silicone mat, slide that back through. This sure saves on fussy cutting. I know that some of us have struggled with sometimes. On the mat, slide her back through. And then one more time, and then we'll be able to decorate our card. And I'm also using the rainbow glimmer paper since I found it when I went through my designer series paper, was getting stuff ready for our annual yard sale. That is on January the 8th. Oh, that's not going to go through. Let me figure out what it's doing. Hang on a second. There we go. Looks like that one slid a little bit, and that's okay. All right, now Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's put this right here. Oh, I also need one more thing. Hold on. Not done with our die cutting machine. Lay you to the side. We got to cut out the word chocolate. How could I forget that, right? And we are going to cut that out of glimmer paper, the rainbow glimmer paper, and we're going to start down here on this. Okay, little thing, get your grip. And now it doesn't want to get a grip. That's so funny. Come on, silly machine. All right, it worked. I probably should have put an adhesive backing on the back of this so that it would so I could stick it on our card better, I will use some of our Tombow glue. Let me get that. All right. So we're going to put this here. A little smidge of Tombow glue on the back of these words. There we go. And then the rest of these little guys will go on dimensionals. That's where I stamped that one too dark, and then I put him right there. The paper backing really wants to come off of these super easy. I am not having any trouble with that tonight. Let's stick this one right here. And this one will go right here. And there's today's card. Oops, we forgot the inside because that Blackberry Bliss is way too dark to write on. So today's plan is to consume chocolate, and we've got that on there. And then on the inside, I'm going to stamp, and I'm pretty sure tomorrow will be too. So let's find that. And that gets stamped in early espresso. And notice that I'm stamping this on here before I put it in the card. That way if I mess up, we have magic paper. And I can turn it over. But that's great. Just like that, that will work. Close up my ink pad. Grab my stamp and seal. And then just line it up on the inside how you want it. There we go. And that card was inspired by, thank you for all of those hearts, by Aromas and Art off of Pinterest. Her day's plan was to consume cookies. I wanted to consume chocolate. But I love that, and I love that rainbow glimmer paper. So you can see that I trimmed it in half. Well, not exactly half, but that's the whole 12 by 12 sheet. So there we go. So just a simple, cute little card, and you get to use some sparkly and talk about chocolate. Who doesn't like that, right? So remember that the date that I had previously announced, June the 15th, is not happening. It's the week before, on not June. Golly, I'm going to have you all confused. It is January the 8th. On January the 8th is the Kits breakfast brunch at Panera on North Peters at 10 a.m. And then at 3 o'clock at Woodlawn Christian Church is our annual yard sale and celebration kickoff. So I will post this little thing on my Facebook page, and so that you'll have that. But also, if you're one of my customers and you got the Christmas card, you'll have that so you can stick it on your fridge, and that should stand out. So there you go. So I hope to see everybody on January the 8th. And if you need one of those in the mail, just holler at me and I'll be happy to get that sent to you right post haste. So I hope you had a good evening, and I will leave you with that cute little card and hopefully craving a little bit of chocolate. Speaking of craving chocolate, I will also be doing I will have a booth at a chocolate fest on February the 5th, but I'll talk more about that after our celebration kickoff and our annual yard sale. That way I can have all of the information as to where it is and all of that stuff, so we don't get confused with too much stuff going on. All right, have a good night, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye. Go do something fun for yourself.